Hi everyone, it's Sarita with Not Your Mama's Fro on the Facebook page, by the way. I guess, I'm going to be doing these hair tips of the week now, and I might do it more than once a week, but, it just depends on what's going on. What I wanted to really discuss today is about evolution and evolving in your natural hair journey. Now, mind you, I've only been on my natural hair journey on less than a year and a half now, just a little bit less than a year and a half. And there's so much I've learned, and there's certain, I've learned about what I can do and what I cannot do with my hair at this point in the game. For instance, there's some things I could do when I first big chopped and was still in my TWA stage that I can do, that I can't do now. And there's some things I can do now that I can do with my hair in the TWA stage. So, I think when part of your of a successful natural hair journey is just being, able to adapt and change as your hair changes. Because, there's some things like, for instance, like when I first, big chopped and went natural, I wasn't dependent on twist outs, which, I'm not saying you have to be dependent on twist outs at all. But, I could easily wash and go with my hair without worrying about it getting detangled. Now, if, when I can still do a wash and go or spritz and go, which usually I do spritz and goes because I don't wash my hair a whole lot. But, now I have to be more conscious about, okay, what am I going to put in my hair so that it doesn't get tangled? Or what, or how am I going to do my hair so it doesn't get tangled? So now, I would say I do twist outs more often now, simply because it's, as far as, avoiding tangles and all that kind of stuff, it's a little bit easier. And also, too, with my hair, I have, like, at least 2 different textures of hair on one head. So, like, in the front right through here, you can see, and I hate how this camera does because it actually makes my hair look darker than what it actually is. My hair is a lot more redder than this to be seen in pictures. But anyways, like in the front, my curl pattern, right now I have a twist out. But naturally, in the front, my curl pattern is a lot looser than what it is in the back. But in the front, I have more like 3C hair. On any given day when I don't have this twist out on the back, I really have 4A hair. But when that being said, this back part of my hair gets drier a lot easier, a lot easily. It's more prone to getting tangled. So that being said, I had to, tend to this back here a little bit more, towards the back of my hair, than I do the front. And on the front half, I can I can go without twisting it out or whatever if I wanted to, and it's gonna look fine. But that back half, it gets matted easily. It gets dry easily. I don't even use the same product on the front of my hair that I do in the back of my hair. Like, for instance, with the products that I use, I can use like a lighter weight product, in the front portion of my hair. But back here, I better use something a little bit heavier and more moisturizing if I want to, to be able to manage it well. So, that's the thing. This, like I said, this hair tip is more so about change and evolution, and just being able to, just for a smoother, more successful natural hair journey, being able to, adapt to those changes with your hair and its needs and so forth. Because the people that you see with that, seem like they're really doing well in their natural hair journeys, it's not so much that they've got it all together and they figured it out, but they have learned how to manage their hair well. And that's, the key thing with anyone. Even with me, I've only been naturally, like I said, maybe just a little bit less than a year and a half. And I've learned so much within that year and a half. But there's, I still have a lot left to learn. I'm by no means an authority on natural hair. I'm just sharing what I've learned in my natural hair journey. But yes, if you notice things are going on with your hair, like, it is normal to, have different, completely 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, completely different textures of hair. Like, even with me, I have like a few sections of hair in the back. They're like more like 3A almost in how they respond. So it's like, it can get really crazy, and it's just, and and also what you put your hair through can even affect how you have to manage your hair. Like me, I'm a colored, I'm a color treated natural, so I had to make sure that I can deep condition really well. I had to make sure that I do I keep it moisturized, and just like for instance, for me, a couple of weeks ago, I gave I gave myself a trim because I noticed I was having some scraggly ends. I didn't like that. I didn't like how it looked, so I gave my hair a trim. So and that's fine with me because above all else, I want healthy hair. And I want it to look good, of course, but you can't look good with scraggly ends. So I trim that off, of course. But yeah, just like I said, just be. I think you have to be ready for to change your routine, your way of doing things when it comes to your hair. Sometimes it involves a product change. Whatever worked for you 3 months ago in your natural hair journey may not work for you now due to length, due to what you're doing to your hair now that you weren't doing then, and all those types of things. So be prepared for that. Have a game plan, and just be willing. Like I said, you may have to change out your your product routine and regimen and so forth. Like now, I've learned too. I've learned this within the past, I would say 3 months or so. But my hair really responds well to me pre-pooing. I pre-poo my hair with coconut oil regardless of what's going on. But I may also use like a conditioner like Hello Hydration, like Suave Naturals, like sometimes you even use a deep conditioner if need be. And then when I wash my hair of all that stuff, I may it may not require for me to do as much when it before I start detangling and everything else. But yes, that's what I just wanted to talk about in this hair tip of the week. I just wanted to give you some things to think about, and and just really, and it helps to really journal your natural hair journey. I mean, not saying you have to do it through your whole natural hair journey, because you may, if you're going to be natural the rest of your life, you don't have to do that. But I would say, like, within the first few months, like the first, or maybe even the first year or two of your natural hair journey, kind of start, taking note of things about your hair that you notice and how it responds to different products and so forth. And when it doesn't respond like you think it should have to certain products, note that also, because sometimes, I've noticed with my hair even, usually the things that it responds well to, there's a common denominator in a specific ingredient or ingredients that my hair really likes. And the things that it doesn't respond well to, there's usually a common denominator of ingredient or ingredients that it does not like. So keep that in mind too. By all means, I want to keep this brief as possible, but I wanted to share that with you all. I love you all. Good night. God bless. This is Sarita with Not Your Mama's Fro. Good night. Peace.